Hello everybody and welcome to ReZero Season 2 Episode 12 Anime Review. This episode of ReZero, there was a lot of stuff going down. Echidna might not be best girl. That stings a little bit, I'm going to be honest. I sort of fully trusted her, which, thinking about it, maybe not the smartest move, but hey, she might not be totally bad, you know? There's some hope at least. Not a lot, but it could be worse. Other stuff happened too, of course, but most of it was to do with Echidna, and the other witches all put in a shift too. They were all there, all just hanging out and doing witch things. What are witch things? I have no idea. Anyway, let's get on with the episode, see how everything went down, and do this thing. The episode begins with, actually, how a lot of episodes have began at this point, with Subaru waking up at the shrine after the first trial. Amelia's there and everything. Subaru sees her. He remembers that Kissu, the kiss of death that he got, not the Darling in the Franxx opening. The best part of Darling in the Franxx was the opening, let's be real. He remembered that. He realizes that, oh, she got like that because I wasn't there. So basically, how the hell is Subaru going to save everyone in one run? I can't wait to see it when it happens, but so far, I have no idea because it doesn't seem feasible. Like, somewhat, maybe that's the whole thing. Maybe he does have to make a sacrifice. I don't want anyone to die. That would kind of suck, actually. But he swears no, he swears he will save everyone. The mansion, the sanctuary, Amelia, everyone's going to get saved. And I have no idea how he's going to do that. What's the biggest problem, though? Biggest problem is Roswaal and that damn book. Don't know what to do to counter him, really. He swears he'll never be like Roswaal, and I hope not. Roswaal's a scary dude. I don't want to see Subaru in clown makeup. That would be... Nah, that'd be weird. Let's not be doing that. He heads to the shrine where the trial was to shout for Echidna, and he shouts for her a lot, and then he hears a mysterious voice. What does this mysterious voice say? Well, it says, "Behold, an unthinkable present." What the hell does that mean? Well, we find out. Also, we hear that a lot. That sentence, "Behold, an unthinkable present," says it quite a few times. A mysterious voice. Sounds like it's Subaru's voice, but it might not be. Who can say? Not me, that's for sure. Definitely sounds like himself, though. What do we see? We see Amelia after Subaru stabbed himself in the neck. You know, after he found out about Rem and went to go save her. So basically, they tried to heal him. What we're seeing is Subaru dead, but we're seeing the, I guess, after events. Amelia is like, "You're a liar, Subaru. Why would you do that?" Why would you do that? In Amelia's point of view, why the hell would you do that, Subaru? Feel bad, basically. He wakes up and is sick, then he passes out again. You can kind of see where we're going here. This time we see the past where Julius and Ferris had to kill him when he'd become Betelgeuse. Amelia saw that too, so yeah, at this point you can definitely see what's going on. Julius wanted to call him a friend also. Nice guy, Julius. Is he a nice guy? We'll call him a nice guy for now, you know. We'll leave him at that. And again, this time it's after he jumped on the spikes. Byakuya was very sad because, you know, even if he wasn't that person, damn it, Subaru. We see a lot of them. We see where Puck tried to freeze the world and that Reinhard was the one to stop him, which makes sense because Reinhard is pretty damn strong, and someone pretty damn strong is what's needed to stop Puck, because Puck is also pretty damn strong. We see the first death where Elsa killed him. We see it just flashes through a lot of them. We see like when the criminals stabbed him. We see, as I said, many of them, or many, I guess, aftermaths of Subaru's deaths, which is a scary thought. You don't really want to think too hard about, like we saw when Rem killed him. We saw when Subaru got cursed and died in his sleep. We saw a lot of them, and it is kind of weird seeing the after effects, because obviously we've never seen the after, because Subaru dies and then, you know, we go back in time. So it's kind of weird seeing, you know, what happened. Parallel universes exist in ReZero. Well, I mean, we knew that because is it parallel or is it just an alternate? I'm not going to figure that out. Anyway, the gist of it is Subaru's going through some suffering. Shocker of the century. Subaru's going through some suffering. Back to the real world, and who is that in front of him? It's Rem! It's Rem! Screen time for Rem! Who saw that coming? My voice is going a little bit, I can already tell. That's not good. He wishes he was stronger so he could save those people in those other worlds, basically, because he had to kill himself or he died, which made everyone else sad. So he wishes he was stronger so he didn't have to put all them through that, even though in present world, they're mostly fine. And I do say mostly. Rem gives him a big hug, big I love you, as you do from Rem. She says, entrust everything to her and sleep. And then Subaru's like, hang on just a dilly dong minute. You would never say that, Rem. Who are you really? She would never tell him to give up and leave everything to her, because giving up doesn't suit Subaru, as we remember. He knows this is not the real Rem, and also, the fact that she's in a coma probably should have also been a pretty big hint there, Subaru, but what can you do? Who is this really? This is the Witch of Lust, Carmilla. I wouldn't have guessed Lust looking at her. I think she's like the kawaiiest thing. She's like must protect, although probably all the witches are evil, really, and but this one seems nice. I'm gonna be honest. She's my favourite. Can I say that? No, I still love Echidna, even after everything she did, or almost did. We'll get to that, though. This Carmilla looked like Rem because Rem was who he wanted to see, basically. Yes, her magic or whatever disguised herself, but I guess it's like you see who you most want to see, I guess, and that's why you went to see Rem. That's why he saw Rem. Who was behind this? It was Echidna, though. And she warns him, don't take another step because you may die. And, he almost does die, if not for a timely rescue. He gets brought to the witch's garden, I guess, to chill and have fun and be saved, basically. She's up to something as Echidna, as she always is. What she did do is she did this to save him from the trial he was undergoing, because his mind would have broken otherwise, and you can't be having that. Focus, that aftermath might have happened, but focus on who you did save, Don't focus on who you couldn't save, focus on who you did save. That'll help you out. She's doing real encouraging him. Real nice girl is Echidna. He asks why she's helping him. She wants a contract, basically, with him. And when he says, basically, what is it? She'll be able to support him whenever. I guess she'll be like a little brain voice. I'm not too sure. But when Subaru says he's thinking about it, he's like, you know what, I'm considering it. She gets really excited. She pops up and is like, really? Like, and she's like Axel Tsundere a little bit. And it's like, Echidna, you're the best. However, not everything is as it seems. And I was a bit gutted, honestly. I was gutted in all the right places. But I was still gutted. So I believe it's Minerva that shows up. I think that's Wrath. She shows up to say, hey, idiot, you're being tricked. She's not telling you the downsides of the contract, which, yeah, Subaru probably should have thought of that himself. Real dumb move there from Subaru. She wants everything. She's like, I want a taste of everything, like your experiences, your this, that, and the other thing. She lists a few things. It's like, okay, well, that still doesn't seem too bad. And then Carmilla shows up and is like, no, idiot, she's not told you everything again. There's more. There is still more. And more, the rest of them show up. Sekhmet, I think, is Sloth, and she shows up. She sighs after every word she says, I'm pretty sure, or every sentence, so there's that. There's her character trait, I guess. The other two, Daphne and the other one, also show up. I completely had a brain fart there. Can't remember what it's called, or what she's called, sorry. They show up. So then Echidna explains everything, and boy, so she said she'd join him, guide him to the best possible future, however it might not be the best possible path. So Subaru's ideal future, if Subaru's ideal future, I guess, is be with Emilia, everybody else could die, and Echidna would consider, well, I fulfilled my promise, So, yeah, maybe think about this a little bit more, Subaru. If a deal's too good to be true, it probably is. She says Return by Death is great and is super into this idea. She gets a bit yandere. She really wants Subaru. It's really freaky. This whole scene went on for a while, but I was like, oh man, I like the Echidna too. I don't want the Echidna to be bad. No, I mean, I get it. I obviously get it, but damn it. I'm annoyed because I was tricked. I thought Echidna was going to be a good guy now. I was she's definitely a villain, and then I was like, oh, she's good, and now I'm back to, oh, she might be bad. We don't want her to be bad, though, do we? Subaru is pretty shocked. She has a little evil face at the end, which is proper messed up and spooky. Subaru's pretty shocked at how bad she actually is. She's incapable of understanding how anyone feels. All her emotions and everything are a facade, basically. And that makes me think like, oh my god, her cute personality was an act? No, I like Echidna, but I like a fake Echidna, damn it. Can we just get fake Echidna as its own character and make that fake Echidna real Echidna? Come on, you know what I mean. We all want that. We love Echidna. But, yeah, Subaru, safe to say his opinion has changed, thanks to, ironically enough, the other 5 witches. So, maybe they're all good guys. I don't believe that for a second. I'm not going to be tricked again. Doesn't matter which one of you it is. Although Daphne was pretty evil before. Minerva seems alright, assuming I've got the right name. The one of Wrath, the magical girl one. She seems okay so far. Her and Carmilla. I think I trust them the most. But I don't trust them that much, if I'm being honest. One last thing Subaru has to ask before he goes. It's about Beatrice, remember? He says, who is that person that she's waiting for? And Echidna doesn't know. Basically, there was never a that person. Echidna said that basically to see who Beatrice would choose to be that person. Like, there's no one in mind. It was basically Beatrice's choice. So, that's pretty messed up. And then what's even more messed up is Subaru's like, and how do you feel based on everything that's happened to her so far? And she's just like, it's wonderful. I'm like, no, Byaku's gone through hell. Echidna, why? Be a good mum, damn it. Mad Subaru says, damn it, I'm not taking your hand, Echidna. I'm going to take Beatrice's hand, and she's going to be my spirit. And we're going to go and fly and have many adventures, basically. And, you know, Echidna looks a little bit peeved at this, and then a dark shadow comes out of nowhere. And everyone starts freaking out, like, oh my god, what's going on? I'll tell you what's going on for the mid-season finale next week. Satella's showing up, like the actual one. I don't know what to say to that. That's pretty damn mental. So yeah, we saw like a bit of her color scheme, like her outfit seems to just be the opposite of Amelia. Like Amelia's like light colors. She's wearing black pretty much. So that's pretty wild. As long as say Satella's showing up, makes sense that that's the mid-season finale. Really does. I guess we're going to see what she's actually like. Everyone seemed... I mean, it seems like they showed up a lot. So this Witch's Dimension is so weird. Like, they're dead, but they're not dead? It's very strange. But yeah, Satella's showing up, and I guess it's going to be the first proper face-to-face meeting between Subaru and Satella. And I know they had the bit before. I mean, like, proper. We're going to sit down, we're going to have a discussion over tea about trying not to kill me all the time. That would be nice. Or, you know, inadvertently or directly. Just don't kill Subaru all the time. Is what they're going to have the conversation about, I reckon. But what was my favourite part of this episode? It was a good episode. I feel like I say it every time. Also, didn't play the opening or the ending again. For those keeping it track at home, I think we're 3 out of 12 for opening, with one of them being an ending. So it doesn't really count. I say it every week, but why bother having them at this point? Like, yeah, they're good, but they're never on. So what's the point? Anyway, my favourite part of the episode, what is it? Let's find that out. My favourite part, believe it or not, actually had nothing to do with the witches. I considered it, but I think I'm too miffed at Echidna being perhaps evil to put anything to do with her as number one. Carmilla was nice. Thought about her. She could be, you know, my favourite part. But no, not really. She impersonated Rem, which you can't do that. You break my heart like that. But what instead I decided on was just seeing the after effects of all Subaru's deaths, basically, in the different world lines. We'll go with world lines. Screw it. It's time travel. I thought that was really interesting, and seeing specifically like Amelia's reaction in all of them. Yeah, yes, she's crying, but it's like she's been abandoned by the one person who gets her almost, and it's feel really bad. It was good. It was good, and then also seeing other people like Julius and Ferris and Wilhelm as well. Seeing their reactions, and Byaku obviously, and Ram just being disgusted. Like, that makes sense for that point in that timeline, but damn, so disgusted was Ram. I liked it. It was good. It was something you don't really think about too much, like what happens on the previous timelines, but still an interesting dilemma. Not even a dilemma, just an interesting thing to ponder, I guess. But anyway, thank you everybody for watching this review. I usually say something about the episode as a whole, but I mean, I mentioned most things I want to mention, so we'll just wrap up, I guess. It was a good episode. It's another, obviously it was a good episode. I will see you next week for another episode of this. The finale, well, mid-season finale before we have to go on break and I need to think of something else to watch next season. That's going to be weird. So I'll see you then. I completely forgot. It's Amelia's birthday today as well, so happy birthday, Amelia. Hopefully you don't die anymore. I mean, has she died in this season? She probably died off St. Green by the rabbits the first time. But I don't think she has. She's not died, right? Did she get engulfed by the shadow? I don't know. She didn't die this week though, so happy birthday, Amelia. That's your present. You get to not die. You get to watch Subaru die a lot instead. Happy birthday. I will see you next week for another episode of this. Take care, and bye, guys.